Hi class, so this video is for the second part of chapter 5 and 6, class 4, amortization. In the last video, we ended with this practice problem on calculating the monthly payments, monthly interest rates for this 30,000 car loan with 6.75% APR for 60 months. I hope you successfully calculated the interest rates, monthly rates, and the monthly payments. Also, I hope you have constructed the amortization loan by using the step-by-step method and the financial calculator method. Although solutions are also in this notes, but let me walk through here with you for looking at the answers for this question. Okay, so again, step 1. This question is a little bit more complicated than our first example of the amortization table because we have only the APR or nominal rate here as 6.75%. However, we know that we're going to pay back the loan in 60 months. Okay, so it's going to be monthly payment, and we will need the monthly interest rate to calculate the to do the calculations. Okay, so let's first use the step-by-step method and then use the calculator method. Okay, and for this first step, always we need to find the required annual payment. Okay, our first task is always determine the excuse me, I think I need to make a little bit change to the notes, so let me correct it here. Okay, as you can see in the updated notes here, the first step for us is to find the required monthly payment. Okay, and you can see in this timeline that we're trying to determine the payment we're making each month. So we're actually marking 60 months on the timeline from time 0, 1, 2, 3 to 60. Okay, it stands for 60 months. And at time 0 today, we're getting a cash inflow 30,000 as the original amount of the loan. Okay, and we're paying 60 cash flows. It's an ordinary annuity paying 60 times. In the future, we're going to have 60 cash outflows. Okay, so let's first calculate the periodic rate or monthly rate here. IPR or I monthly should be equal to nominal rate INOM divided by M, compounding periods per year. Okay, so we should use the 6.75% divided by 12. Okay, so we know that the monthly rate is 0.5625% for each month. Okay, another important step here is to find the number of periods or the number of months. Okay, instead of inputting 12 years, okay, or it's actually given by this question, we're gonna pay back the loan in 60 months. But if the question only tells us that we're gonna do monthly payments for 5 years, then we need to use number of years 5 multiplied by 12 payments per year to get the number of total months, okay, total number of months or total number of periods is 60 here. Okay, so the values that we're going to input in the financial calculator is that the present value is the current loan amount, 30,000. I, interest rate, should be the monthly rate. Okay, instead of putting the annual nominal rate, we should input monthly rate, 0.5625 in the calculator. And for N, instead of inputting number of years, we should input number of months here, which is 60. Okay, future value is still 0 because we're going to pay off the loan after 60 months. and we compute for payment. For each month, we need to pay 590.5038. Okay, the borrower must pay the lender 590 per month for the next 60 months. Okay, let me show you the process again on the financial calculator. Okay, we're gonna use the TVM worksheet. Here we're gonna input 60 as N. Okay, and for interest rate, it's gonna be monthly rate. So let me input 0.5625, enter. Excuse me, I. Okay, interest rate. Down back. And then we're gonna input future present value. Okay, it should be 30,000 present value, and then we input 0 as future value, and then compute for payments. Okay, that's how we get the cash outflow we're going to be paying every month, 590.5038. Okay. Step 2, we will need to find the interest we're going to be paying in the first month. It should be the beginning balance in the first month, which is 30,000, multiplied by the interest rate for the first month, 0.5625%. Okay, so we're paying actually 168.75 as the interest payment in the first month. This is relatively high, but it's gonna be declining as the balance declines. Step 3, we need to find the principal payment in the first month. We're going to use the total payment in the first month, 590, minus the interest payment in the first month, 168. Okay, so the difference between the two is 421.7538, and this is the PRIN, the principal payment in the first month. Okay, so if a total payment of 590 was made at the end of the first month, okay, here we should change this okay, to month. Okay, let me update it later. And 168 was paid towards the interest, then the remaining value must represent the amount of principal repaid. Okay, I just made a little update here. So we can see the total payments in the first month is 590. We minus the interest payment, 168. So we have the remaining amount, 421, as the principal payment in the first month. Okay, step 4, let's try to find out the ending balance after month 1. The ending balance should be beginning balance minus principal. And we know the beginning balance in the first month is the original loan amount, 30,000. We need to minus the principal payments in the first month, 421. Okay, so we have 29,578 as the ending balance in the first year, which is also the ending balance in the first month, which is also the beginning balance of the second month. Okay, and then we use the beginning balance of the second month multiplied by interest rate to get the interest payment in the second month. Then we use the total payment each month minus the interest payment in the second month. So we have principal payment in the second month. And we use the beginning balance in the second month minus the principal payment in the second month to get the ending balance in the second month, which is the beginning balance of the third month. And we repeat the process for, I guess we have to do it for 60 times. So the amortization table would be a huge table for 60 months. Okay, an easier way is to use financial calculator. Okay, there's a blank here because all the steps are going to be the same as how we worked for the example. Okay, so after you figure out the total payment for each month, you just need to press second amortization here. Okay, and again, P1 equals to P2 equals 1, meaning all the values are for the first period. Here, it's going to be for the first month. Okay, down button, the ending balance for the first month is going to be 29,578, which is the same as how we calculate it manually. Down button, the principal payment for the first month is 421.7538. Down button. The interest payment for the first month is 168.75. Okay, down button. Now we want to go to the second month. I can press compute. So P1 and P2 both go up to 2. Down button. Ending balance in the second month, 29,154. Principal payment in the second month, 424. Interest payment in the second month, 166. Down button. If I want to change it to the third month, I can either press compute or I press 3 enter. Down button, 3 enter. So P1, P2 both go up to 3. So the ending balance in the third month is 28727. The principal in the third month is 426. Interest for the third month is 163. Okay, so here is how we work this question out. Okay, so that's all for chapter 5 and 6. We have 4 classes spent on these 2 chapters. Okay. And for the amortization table, again, in this monthly example or practice, the total payment amount for each month is about 600, and the interest payment is declining while the principal payment is increasing because the beginning balance or principal outstanding is declining. Okay, so that's all for chapter 5 and 6, and here is the key formulas or key functions, calculator functions for these 2 chapters. Okay, so this summary of calculator functions might help you for reviewing this chapter before you start working on our homework 1, okay, which is due the Thursday following this week.